All right, guys, we're gonna go and show you how to use this RV. Right here is your electric jack. This goes up and down and it makes it easier for you to hook on your vehicle. This has a 2 5/16 ball, so make sure you have the right ball size when you come to pick up the trailer. And then just so you know, the 2 propane tanks are located here. To access them, you just lift off this cover, and then there's 2 tanks there, which would be the same as your grill at your house probably. And then there's a valve that points towards one tank or the other. Make sure it's pointing towards the tank that you're going to be using. If that tank runs out, you'll close it, open up the other tank, and change that valve so it points at the other tank. Also, just for your reference, right behind these 2 tanks is the battery box. You shouldn't need to access that for anything, but it's there just as a reference to where that is located. Right here is a large storage area. Inside the storage area, there's some gear. We have the water hose, the sewer hose, and those kind of things. Just make sure we get our gear back. Inside there is a hand crank, and the hand crank operates these jacks right here. Those just spin down. They're called stabilizer jacks. They just help stabilize the RV, so when you're walking around inside, it doesn't wobble so much when you're walking around. It is not to level the RV. It just makes it more stable and more secure when you're walking inside. There's a large awning. Just make sure whenever you're using this awning, it's not windy outside or rainy or stormy or anything like that. If there is any wind, rain, or anything stormy, go ahead and just close this up. And especially at night when you're sleeping, go ahead and close it up as well. To operate the stairs, it's really simple. If they're down right now, what you would do is you just fold them up, and then they're just manual. You'll slide them up, and then to go ahead and pull them out, you do the opposite. You lift up, you pull, and then you'll drop that down. There's also a handrail. To operate this, we recommend you grab the top and the bottom, you lift and spin. So just for safety, when you guys are using it, you want to make sure that's secure. There are some exterior outlets. This is nice for like a crock pot or anything if you set up a table out here. Just remember, none of the outlets or major appliances like the air conditioner will run unless you have a generator running or you're plugged in at the park. There's an exhaust right here. This can get warm, so make sure you don't lean any gear against this. You wouldn't want to melt your camping chairs or something by having it leaning on this. And then as we come around, you have a water tank, a fresh water tank, so you can carry your water with you. To fill that tank, it's located right here. You just unscrew the cap, you're going to fill it up with your garden hose. There's a gauge inside, it's in the bathroom area that says fresh water. If you push the button, it'll show you, it'll indicate which level or how full your tanks are. So just go ahead while you're filling this to watch that, and once it gets close to full, go ahead and turn off the garden hose, and you're all set, and then you just put the cap back on, just like that. This one right here that's orange is actually for cleaning out the sewer tank. So when you're dumping, if you want to hook up a water line here, make sure that the black valve is open and you run some water through it. But this is only at the end of your trip when you're dumping the tanks. This is not the city water connection. That's on the other side, and we'll go over that. You don't want to accidentally fill the black water with water, the black water tank with water on accident. So make sure you're paying attention to that. Right here's a large kitchen area. You just open this up and it's got springs. It'll raise up. It's really nice for hanging out with your family and cooking in the afternoon or evening, or even doing breakfast. As we come around, we're going to look at the slide out area on the other side. These slide outs are large, so just make sure you give yourself plenty of room. They come out about 4 feet. You want to make sure there's not a tree here or a vehicle or kids running around. We recommend you have a spotter anytime you're using the slide outs here. There are 2 dump valves. There's a black water dump and a gray water dump. If you look underneath here, to dump, what you need to do is unscrew this cap, take the sewer hose, you're going to screw it on, and then the other end goes into the dump station at the RV park or wherever you're dumping it. There's a black valve and a gray valve. The black valve is for the sewer. You always want to pull that one first. You just pull the lever out, it comes out gravity fed, then you close it when you're done, and then you'll pull the gray water, and that kind of cleans out that hose and makes it a little bit better. It's always nice too if you can run some water through the hose if you have that with you as well. Right here is your power cord connect. You just screw on the big power cord right there, and then the other end plugs into the generator or plugs in at the RV park to run your interior shore power. This right here is the water, the city water connection. This is where if you're at an RV park, you can plug in and just use the pressure from the city water, and you don't need to run the pump. You just plug in, turn on your stuff, it'll just run just like your house. As well, right here is the hot water heater. This can get warm, so make sure you're not leaning the gear against there. Once again, a camping chair or a tent, you don't want to melt those items. There's an outside shower in case you want to hose off your feet after you're going to the beach or something. That's pretty nice, or if your kids get dirty, you can hose them off. Once again, this is the second slide out. It comes out about 4 feet. Pay attention when those are coming in and out. And then lastly, this is the other door. It's the same storage compartment. It's just a full pass-through, so you can put a lot of gear in there. And it's really nice when you're camping to have access on both sides. Let's go on inside and I'll show you how to use that stuff. All right, so we're gonna go on the inside here and show you how to use everything. Right here is the main control panel for the slide out. This is the front slide out. There's an up and down that actually brings it in and out. This button right here is for your living room lights, interior lights, and then you have a step light outside and an awning light. And then you have the awning extend and retract button. So we're gonna come around. We have a really nice front bedroom here. It's got plenty of room for you. And right underneath on both sides are USB outlets down by the end table areas. So that's nice for plugging in. Both sides have their own. There's a really nice entertainment system right here. You have the television, the DVD player with the stereo system. There's a couple more USB outlets as well. You have over here a sofa sleeper. This converts into a bed. All you do is we recommend you lift and slide it out, and then you kind of push the top down and it makes a flat bed. We also have a dinette sleeper right here. What you do for this is you're actually going to just remove the tabletop. So you literally just lift up the tabletop. You're going to remove the 2 poles, and then you take the same tabletop, and there's some grooves right here. You're going to put the tabletop right on those grooves, and then use the 2 back couch cushions to cover the table part, and it makes a nice little sleeping area for kids. You could probably get an adult on there. It's pretty large too. So you have a microwave and an air conditioning system in this guy. Just remember, any major appliances need the generator running or be plugged in at a park. For the air conditioner, the thermostat's right here. There's a mode button, and to cycle through the heater and the air conditioner, you just click the mode. It'll first cycle to air conditioner, then fan, and then heater, and then off. Like I said before, just remember you need to have power, park power or shore power from a generator to run the major appliances. You also have a stovetop here and also an oven. This runs off of gas, so that's really handy when you're camping as well. Your refrigerator is located right here. And to run the refrigerator, you have some buttons. You have an on-off and you have a gas button. The gas one is for when you're out camping, dry camping, you're gonna run it on gas. And then the other one is auto. That's for if you're at a park. So when you travel, it'll be on gas, but when you plug in, it'll automatically switch over to the park power. Just remember, leave yourself about 4 to 6 hours to let this get cold from when you start it. How they work is they freeze the freezer box first and then use the cold air from the freezer to cool the fridge. Right in here is the restroom. Right inside here. And inside the restroom on the wall is the gauge panel. There's a couple buttons there, like your water pump button and your gauge level. So it'll show you how much gray water, black water, and fresh water are there. And they're kind of more like a guide. They're not 100% accurate. They just help you so that you know about where your tank levels are. They're not 100% accurate. So we're gonna head back into the bunk room here. Before we do that, there is a slide out for the bunk room, and it's located right here. Just make sure whenever you're sending these slide outs out that nothing's outside in the way, like a tree or a car parked there or kids running around. Just be really cautious. We recommend you have a spotter out there when you're operating the slides. Come on in, we'll show you the bunk room. This is what sets this trailer apart. You have a full bunk room with a very large slide out. So you can fit a lot of people in here. These 2 beds are great. These are kind of more like a sofa futon style, so you can actually lay another one of these on the ground here and get another person in here to sleep. And then you have the top bunk as well. This is a great trailer, and we're excited to have you come and use it. And so we will see you soon. And if you have any additional questions, we can go over those when you come pick it up. Thanks.